Coming up on the AbiliTV Summer Series, we take a behind-the-scenes look at AbiliTV. How's it made? The partnerships that drive it and the vision that keeps us going. Meet the disability support worker who provides more than just care.
Michael and I have virtually grown together.
And we have an in-studio performance from a teenager who is rocking the music scene. Now, from the studio of Trending Media Australia, it's the AbiliTV Summer Series.
Hello and welcome to the Summer Series of AbiliTV. I'm Aaron Lucas, the Executive Producer of AbiliTV.
And I'm Jesse, the Managing Director of Trending Media Australia. We're the production company that films AbiliTV.
So we've given the regular hosts a little bit of a break from the desk over the summer period. Don't worry, they are still here. In fact, Brandon, he's the voiceover for this episode. You've just heard him. And the AbiliTV crew, they're all here in the studio right now. They're pressing all the buttons and hopefully making us look good. Say hi, guys.
We're filling in over the summer break so we can share with you more about our vision for AbiliTV and the journey of how we got here.
AbiliTV is a show that not only shines a light on abilities with stories of innovation, resilience and achievements within the disability community, but the show also creates opportunities for people with disabilities to be in front of and behind the camera.
From on-screen presenters to behind-the-scenes roles like floor managing, camera, teleprompter operators, AbiliTV is dedicated to giving people with disabilities a chance to not only develop skills, but to actively empower themselves to take on new challenges in the media industry.
And I guess that is our segue to introducing our guest on the desk for the summer series, the CEO of Rope Disability Services, Wes Bleakley. Hey, Wes.
Hey, guys. Thank you for having me. I have to say, this is really daunting sitting here after watching the guys do their normal hosting gig.
You're in good company.
Yeah, well,
I know.
You
I'm here. I'm always giving direction, and yet I'm like, ooh, whoops.
Yeah, I know. It's big shoes to fill, so I will try and do my best.
Well, some of the people our viewers see here at the desk and on the production crew are participants of Rope.
They are, and that's really exciting. I mean, this is just so unique, this type of thing that we're doing here, and that was why, you know, it was such a definite must-do when we all talked about it. But we have got our participants who, as we said, normally do the desk here, normally do the hosting, which is unique in itself. But now they're, like you were saying in the intro, they're working behind the cameras, they're doing the teleprompter. This is just wonderful. This experience is just beyond belief what these guys can do. And we're talking about guys that have sort of got, you know, autism, intellectual disabilities. So usually they're overlooked. You know, people get there and go like, oh, you know, they're put into this little box and that's about all you can do. This is just blowing that box far and wide and saying, no, the box doesn't exist and they can do whatever they want to do. So it's super exciting, it really is.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. And look, it is a partnership that started with Rope quite a few years now. We're going to dive into that a little bit later in the show because now we want to celebrate the often unsung heroes of the disability sector, and that's the support workers. These are the individuals who dedicate their time, their energy and hearts to improving the lives of people with disabilities.
Support workers do so much more than provide care. They build trust, they foster independence, and they really become an integral part of their clients' lives. For some, these relationships even grow into lifelong bonds.
And that's exactly the case here with what we're about to see with the story coming up. Reese has been improving and working with Michael for about over 20 years now. Yes, you heard me right, more than 20 years. And that's just incredible. So what we've got here is we've got someone who has gone far beyond being your typical support worker, but actually has built this connection that is just incredible. And that's what that's all about. It's being able to get there and play a great and creative process in the lives of all of our participants, which is brilliant.
Michael's my big brother, so he's lived at this address since 1969.
I've been with Michael for 23 years. I came to the family in 1999.
Michael is 61. Yeah, 61. He has been disabled since birth.
I've known Michael since I was in my late 20s. Michael and I have virtually grown together. I see him as not a friend, but a brother to me, because we've been through so much together, you know.
Well, Michael's a really sociable person. He's pretty well known around Redcliffe, and he loves his carers.
He loves, you know, going for picnics, long drives and going for picnics.
Even though he's been through a lot and he's in a lot of pain, even though he has pain patches to help reduce the pain, he's happy. You know, he's happy in himself. He loves his staff team.
But where rope really did kick in and help out was in May last year, when my 81-year-old mother, she had a fall, she broke a collarbone, and she was no longer able to live independently in this house, and so she could no longer look after Michael.
The doctors advised her that she couldn't look after Michael anymore, and so she moved into a retirement village where she's cared for, and Michael visits her every week, and he looks forward to that. Rope took over and became a 24/7 supporting Michael overnight. Michael ended up getting quite sick and was in hospital. And the staff continued to support him at the hospital because nurses couldn't understand him. Michael wasn't taking his medication from the nurses. So they discharged him, and we got all the medication and set up here, and Michael's just thrived. He's happy, laughing, and so yeah, and he has his few favourites, but I think he likes all of us.
He loves to go for a drive.
Michael, would you like some music on?
Jump in my car. I wanna take you home. Come on, jump in my car. It's too hard to walk on the road.
He has a pretty good life, and that's because rope. I don't think individual families can support for a lifetime someone who's got major disabilities, and I think it's been good for Michael to have rope workers work with him. He's been wonderfully looked after by my mother, but at 81 she couldn't be able to look after Michael around the clock.
Wow. Now, I think that story should really remind us all how vital support workers really are.
I totally agree, Jesse. I think they're one of the forgotten heroes of this whole process of this industry. I mean, sure, the participants are extremely important in our lives, and that's what we're here for, but the support workers really do play the most important role in their lives. And as you can see by how much Reese has been there for Michael, imagine what Michael's life would be if he actually didn't have that. So yeah, hats off to those guys. They are brilliant.
And look, if you know a support worker, why not take a moment to thank them for the incredible work that they do.
Still to come on AbiliTV, we have an in-studio performance from Jaybird, the teenage guitarist rocking the music scene. But up next, we learn how AbiliTV became the show that it is today. This is AbiliTV.
Whether you're watching us on community television or streaming us online, we really appreciate you tuning into AbiliTV. If you're not already following us on social media, just scan that QR code. It's going to pop up with a bunch of links that's going to take you through to our YouTube channel, the Facebook page, as well as the AbiliTV Instagram and TikTok accounts. It is just a case of tapping subscribe, like or follow, and we can keep in touch.
For those of you tuning in for the first time, welcome to the Summer Series. And it's all about giving you a behind-the-scenes look at AbiliTV, how it's made, the partnerships that drive it, and the vision that keeps us going. I'm Jesse Ellis, the Managing Director of Trending Media Australia.
And I'm Aaron Lucas, the Creative Content Director at Trending Media Australia and the Executive Producer of AbiliTV. And joining us at the desk is someone we are incredibly proud to work alongside, and that is Wes Bleakley, the CEO of Rope Disability Services. Wes, thank you so much for being here.
Guys, thank you for having me. Always a pleasure. Always.
So AbiliTV is really the result of a partnership between Trending Media Australia and Rope, your organisation. And that partnership has pretty much shaped what this show is today.
Yeah, it's been an incredible ride, it really has. Like 4 years ago when we first met, and we met at I think it was just outside of our cafe that we have it, where you're doing some promotional stuff, and we chatted about you guys coming on board with Rope and just doing some promotional stuff for us to pop up on our webpage and whatever. And I do believe it was you, Aaron, that suggested, have you ever thought about doing a TV program? Sure, that pops into my head every time. And it just seemed like a really interesting concept to do. It was something never done before. In my head, it was going to be this little thing that we filmed, once a month, and we just put it up on our Rope, webpage, and people could click in and have a look.
Clearly, you'd only just met Aaron.
Yeah, pretty well.
Yeah.
Pretty
Sorry
well.
about that.
Yeah, exactly. And and sadly, I think we're probably not great for each other, because basically when someone throws a big idea, it's like, sure, we can do anything. The world is the limit. No problems at all with that. And that's what happened with Rope TV. We went from doing this Rope content to just doing some amazing stories and incredible things that the guys went out there and did. And it went from being the guys on the desk just hosting to us now moving into the guys being behind the scenes and all of that. So it's just been incredible. It was just an absolutely fantastic opportunity, and something that doesn't ever happen in the disability world. This was a first. Rope TV was a very first for disability, and I just am so proud that Rope had an opportunity to work with you guys and be able to get them put this together and now watch it move forward, which is really exciting.
Well, I think the feeling's pretty mutual, right?
Absolutely. And some of the stories that you're seeing in the Summer Series have actually come from AbiliTV's predecessor, Rope TV. We love some of the stories so much that we wanted to share them with you and our wider audience.
So if you haven't put two and two together, AbiliTV is an evolution of Rope TV. Now, the name AbiliTV, it actually came from a short film that we produced about Rope TV, and that film, that went on to be a finalist and a winner in a number of short film festivals.
And that short film highlighted the hosts of Rope TV, which back then was the focal point. The difference now is that AbiliTV not only has Rope participants hosting the show alongside some incredible disability advocates, but participants are now actually part of the production crew.
Which I think is the most amazing thing of all. Like we keep saying, and I don't think I can say this enough, is that this has never been done before. This is something not just, in the backyard. This is a full production, that we're doing here. And it really is giving these guys that opportunity to do all of the stuff they would never do. And it is about getting there and opening up their visions and opening up their minds and saying, you can do anything you really want to do if you put your mind to it. Just you need that support and you need that opportunity. And that was what's so exciting about AbiliTV and the predecessor of Rope TV, was that it gave them that opportunity, which was awesome.
We mentioned how, AbiliTV is the evolution of Rope TV, and so we launched AbiliTV, and it hadn't actually been that long since launching AbiliTV that Aaron and I were on a job in New York for another client, but we were also celebrating the 10th anniversary of our own production company, Trending Media. And we got a call from Jorge, our creative content developer, to tell us that he'd actually secretly entered us into the Telly Awards, and of which AbiliTV actually won.
And kudos to Jorge, who's on the floor here right now, because Jorge actually films many of the stories that you see here on AbiliTV and produces them. And he was the one that actually put us forward for the award without even telling us. It was a big secret.
We had no idea. And it's funny enough that the Telly Awards are actually based in New York, which is exactly where we were at the time when we found out. So that was all very exciting.
It's pretty incredible. It's incredible
Excellent.
stuff.
Just exciting stuff, it really is.
So
It
right
really
at
is.
the infancy of AbiliTV, and we're already winning awards.
Look out, look out. Sky's the limit.
And look, getting their hands-on experience is what we've been talking about, and that is what AbiliTV is all about. And a great example of that was actually our host, Brandon, being invited to go behind the scenes at ABC Studios in Brisbane.
This is ABC Radio Brisbane.
Good morning this Wednesday. It's breakfast on ABC Radio Brisbane.
Hello, I'm Loretta.
Hi there, I'm Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
Brandon, I'm Craig. Welcome to ABC Radio Brisbane.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and check it out? We'll give you a bit of a tour. Okay,
Great.
let's do it. Come this way. So this is the control room for ABC TV News. So there's a lot of screens as part of it, as you can see. And next door, so this is where the news happens each night on ABC TV.
And here's another one too, Brandon. We might take you around the back and have a look at how the buttons work.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of gear
Buddy,
in
sit
here.
down.
Oh, thank you.
It can be like when you're broadcasting, driving the Starship Enterprise. So on the right-hand side, we have the panel itself and all the faders. So if I hit that one and that one,
Delicious piece of
they'll all move automatically and even start playing. And then all our phone lines and so on, they come in off this screen.
Cool.
And then we have another screen that we can do some internet browsing on and so on as we're on air. But it all happens pretty quickly, as you can imagine.
It is very exciting. Hey, so what are your 3 favorite moments? Top 3 of them.
Top 3 favourite moments. I think it's always when we go outside and we take the show outside of the studio and we go and broadcast, you know, with a whole lot of people around.
How long have you two been working together on breakfast?
We've been working together on breakfast for, what are we up to,
5 years, Brandon.
5 years?
Yeah. So I think we know each other by now.
So before we started working together, I never had any grey hair and my beard wasn't grey.
That's not true.
Since you've been working there, do you have any TV tips for me? What if I ever get a chance to do something like this?
Well, Craig used to do the weather on ABC TV, so he's got a lot of tips. Look at that face.
Another smoky day in Sydney, 18 to 26. Mostly sunny in Melbourne and Adelaide. A shower or two for Hobart, and you might see a shower if you're heading to Perth late in the day as well.
Brandon, it's so good you could join us. Thank you very much for coming into
You
the
are
studios.
welcome, and thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, we love talking to you. I hope you've enjoyed seeing our studios.
Yeah, I did.
And you'll have to tune in from 5 o'clock on ABC Radio Brisbane.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Brandon.
Great work, Brandon, and a huge thank you to Craig and Loretta for taking the time to help us film that story. It was excellent.
Up next, our in-studio performance from Jaybird. This is AbiliTV.
You're watching the Summer Series of AbiliTV, where we've been taking you on a journey back to where the show began and how we formed partnerships with Rope to give people with disabilities the opportunity to develop skills in the media industry.
We're actually joined by the CEO of Rope, Wes Bleakley, and Wes, you would know better than anyone else. Can you talk to us about the growth that you've seen in some of the participants since they've been getting involved in AbiliTV?
Guys, the growth has been mind-blowing. As I said, you know, we we never knew what was going to happen from all of this. We never knew where it was going to go and how it was going to develop. But just sitting back from my point of view, having seen it from the beginning and watching these guys step up and do some of the most amazing stuff that they do. You know, we have Fran and Brandon who have stepped up to jump onto the desk and be hosts. And look, sitting here, I know it's no easy gig, okay? So I sit back and think to myself, that is just amazing how these guys can just get up here and be so comfortable and confident. And it's the confidence that blows my mind. So I sit here with absolute admiration with these guys of what they've achieved and what they do and how they are just growing and blooming, and just think that this opportunity now is going to just get them be available to so many more, and hopefully people get there and just see the great processes about this. So it is just incredible.
And it has been an incredible year, and really we're only 6 months old, and we've got some really great things planned for the new year. We want to share our vision with you and how we're planning to be bigger and better in 2025. But we are almost out of time, so you're going to have to join us on the next episode of the Summer Series to see what we've got in store. Wes, you reckon you've got another episode in you?
I think I might actually have to sit down with Fran and Brandon and get some tips from them and get them to tell me how to do it so I can do it a whole lot better. But yeah, sure, why not? Sounds good.
If you're an AbiliTV regular, you'll know we always end the show with performance. And this next artist absolutely blew us away. At the time that this performance was actually filmed, she was only 12 years old. She has autism and ADHD, and she's a talent that would give Hendrix and Van Halen a run for their money. Please welcome Jaybird. What an absolute legend. Now, you can catch Jaybird's music on Spotify and Apple Music. And she's just released a new track called Psychotic Delusions. Definitely check it out.
Well, that is a wrap for this episode of the Summer Series of AbiliTV. If you have a story to share, please reach out to us, and don't forget to like, comment and share our show. Spread the word and please inspire someone today.
And remember, we all have the ability to inspire and make a difference.
See you next time.
AbiliTV is produced by Trending Media Australia in partnership with ROPE. ROPE is a disability service organisation providing opportunities to people living with intellectual disabilities to learn media skills by participating in the creation of AbiliTV, including hosting and the show's production. If you'd like to be involved or become a sponsor of AbiliTV, we'd love to hear from you. Just go to abilitv.com.au.